Rod Brind'Amour, in year 7, do you treat the preseason games the same way you treated them in year 1?
Nope.
How have you changed?
Well, I think year 1 I was more concerned with results because I wanted to, you want to have a little more of a buy-in. And I think when you have results, it's just easier to accept your message. And so, even though it is a process, it's when you see the results, then it's easier to just, say, hey, this is going to work. So we were definitely changing things. Year 1 was a whole new way to kind of think it. And so I was really hoping that, and it did in our preseason in year 1. I thought we had good results. So that was important, more the score almost than this time around. It's more about making sure we're getting everybody up to speed and get their game feeling good about where it's at when we start next week.
Is it easy to do? Or I have to imagine it's harder to do that since this is only the second game for the Ahos and Jarvises and Necas and Svechnikovs, Staals, even Martin.
Yeah.
This is only the second game. So how do you judge where they are? Or I guess you do it after tonight.
Yeah, well, you trust them. I mean, I have talks with them, how many games you need. Things that when I played never really got discussed and wished that they would have had. Instead, they made you play 6 of the 7 games or whatever. And it's like, uncle on that. So, these guys all work so hard in the summer and, you got to trust that what they tell you, how many games they need to be ready, and that's kind of how I base it.
Is that like the biggest change in the last, say, 20 years in that most players, and not all, because just from our conversations here before games, you have intimated that not everybody has arrived tip-top, but that most of the players, especially the star-level players, seem to get to camp and they are in great physical condition, so you don't have to get them into shape. Is that the biggest change in the last 20 years, you think?
Probably. It started even before that, but I would say, certainly with our group, they take a lot of pride in what they do and how they do it, right? And so when they come to camp, they've already put the work in, and now it's, you do need the games to get the rust off and get game. There's nothing like playing a game at our level, and the pace is just that much harder. And you can try to replicate it in practice, it doesn't happen. So the way I always looked at it was that there's a game you need to play to get the dust off, then there's a game to play to kind of get your timing and feel good about, okay, I'm ready to play. So 2 is probably the minimum number for your guys, and that's probably what most of these guys will get.
Yeah, I can't imagine you're taking any of these guys, any of the top guys, to Nashville with you tomorrow. So let me ask you about the top 9. In your mind right now is how we're going to see them tonight. Roslovic playing with Aho and Jarvis, KK with Necas and Svechnikov, and the Staal line. In your mind, is that basically that's how you're going to start the season?
I want to really get through this game and then have take a breath and kind of look at it and go, okay, what do I think, and what's best for the group. But 1 game wasn't really enough to judge much, and so 2 should hopefully give us a little better feel. And then how this goes with the lines. I mean,
I know
it's very, very subject to change. Maybe you're hoping 1 line for sure stays pretty consistent. But really, the other 2 for sure are probably going to be flipping around a little bit.
All right, let me ask you this, because now Jackson Blake is playing again, so this will be his fourth game in the preseason. And I think Blake has been impressive. I think there were some mistakes along with everybody else on Wednesday night against Florida, but I also think he did some good things. And when you consider Blake, I don't know what his chances are of making this team. Probably still not great, but playing tonight says something. And if he makes the team, does that change how you fit everybody in?
Well, potentially. You're right. Listen, he's the only young guy playing. I mean, Morrow's playing, but it's because he hasn't played yet.
Right.
And so, but Blake's kind of earned that look, in my opinion, and yours too. And so, that's why he's in there. And again, we still got another game tomorrow, but let's kind of, temper everything until I get through it. But he's definitely he's showing well, and that's why he's in this game.
All right, Scott Morrow's in. Jalen Chatfield is out. Is there anything that we need to know about Jalen? I haven't seen anything that he hasn't been that he's been banged up. But is it just to get Scott some time today?
Yeah, he needs to get playing. He was banged up a little and missed. He's hasn't played. So we only got 2 games left. So we gotta see what we got there. And he had a good summer of work. So let's see what Again, you got to see it in the game. So that's why he drew in.
Yeah, he was one of those guys who I know spent some time here in the summer. Real quick, to the 2 goal scorers from the 2 young goal scorers from the game on Wednesday night, Felix Ungersorm and Bradley Nadeau. Those flashes are what opens everybody's eyes. What did you see from those 2 guys?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I think in Nadeau's case, he's got a real good shot, obviously, and kind of saw it in rare form there the other night where, that's the kind of situation that you need a guy like that, and he's got a rocket. So he put that in the net. And obviously, I think, he's young, and we've still got to be careful about that, but he definitely has a lot of potential. And then Felix the same boat for me, just a young kid that's, opened a lot of eyes, but I think, probably needs a little bit of time here to really see what he's all about. But he's showing really well, and we talked about already. We've thrown him in a new position, and one of the hard positions to play, and he's getting better all the time. So, again, we're excited about those young guys for sure. Is it this year? We'll see, but definitely in the future.
All right, well, good luck tonight against Tampa, and we will talk to you soon. I appreciate your time.
You got it, buddy. Take care.